Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be ranking my top 20 WWE matches of 2025. Let's get into it. Starting off with the first match, we have the Men's Iron Survivor. Slater and Evans were the first two superstars in the ring. Here in the rundown of how the match went. Evans pinned Slater, Lennox pinned Evans, Henry pinned Bourne, Slater pinned Henry, Bourne pinned Lennox, Evans pinned Bourne. That match didn't pack in as many pinfalls as a women's bout, but it made each pin feel more important. Both bouts felt competitive in different reasons, which was great because it meant they both stood out for different reasons. Much like the women's match, it was just a 5-way tie heading into the last couple of minutes. Lennox locked one of the refs and Evans in a penalty box, but Evans escaped through the opening in the top and took him down with a dive. It was generally hard to tell who would win at the end because everyone came close, but Evans scored a pin on Bourne with a few seconds left to get a win. Yeah, great match. I think this was a fantastic match. I think all of them did fantastic work, and it was a fun match. Number 19 for me, we have Ethan Page versus Dr. Wagner Jr. Jesus Christ, for the NXT North American Championship. This match felt real from the moment the bell rang. Ethan Page walked in confident, almost smug like a champion who thought he would have everything under control. Dr. Wagner Jr. made sure he was wrong. Wagner came out swinging, throw stiff chops and heavy shots that forced Page to actually fight instead of pose. What actually made this match work was a contrast. Wagner fought with heart and pride, clearly carrying the weight of his family's name, while Page relied on experience, timing, and knowing exactly when to slow things down. Every time Wagner starts building momentum, Page found a way to cut him off, which only made Wagner comebacks feel bigger. There was a few near falls that generally felt like that the title was about to change hands, and the crowd was right. Therefore, all of them. Wagner looked like a future champion, pushing Page further than most have. In the end, Page had to dig deep and survive rather than dominate, barely escaping with the North American Championship. That wasn't just a title defense. It was a hard-fought war that made Page look like a true champion and proved Wagner belongs at a top level of AAA, and he is a AAA champion, and yeah, one of the standout matches of the night for sure. At number 18, we have Naomi versus Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship at SummerSlam. This match had a big fight feel before it even started, and once the bell rang, it completely lived up to the stage. Each woman entered with a clear identity and strategy, which made the triple threat dynamic click right away. Naomi relied on speed and athleticism, constantly moving, constantly flying, and refusing to let the match slow down. Io Sky was calm and calculated, waiting for openings and strikings with pinpoint accuracy. Rhea Ripley, on the other hand, was pure dominance. Every move she hits looked like it could end the match on the spot. Early on, Naomi set up the tone by pushing the pace, forcing Io and Rhea to react rather than control the match. Io answered her picking points, sneaking in quick counters and sudden bursts of defense. That reminded everyone that she's the most dangerous person in the ring at any moment. Yeah, this match was phenomenal. I wouldn't say it was better than the WrestleMania triple threat, women's triple threat, which is on the list, but a little bit higher. Yeah, this match was fun. I'm not going to lie. This is a great, awesome match that I really enjoyed. I think all three worked well together, and that's what made it great. 17 we have is the Women's Iron Survivor. The Women's Iron Survivor Challenge was pure chaos from start to finish, and it never lost momentum from the opening seconds. The pace was relentless, with everyone scrambling to score early falls and avoid falling behind. The time limit format added consistent pressure. Every mistake mattered, and every pin or submission completely shifted the standings. Each competitor brought something different to the match, which kept it feel fresh throughout. There was no time to breathe. As soon as someone scored another threat, was already lining up to respond. The penalty box played a huge role, creating moments of desperation and opportunity, especially with the numbers advantage came into play. This match was so much fun. I think it was awesome. I think all women did a fantastic job. I was surprised with Kendall Gray as the Iron Survivor winner. Great job to Kendall Gray, I'm not going to lie. She did amazing. Sol Ruka. I mean, come on, it's Sol Ruka. She's fucking phenomenal. Jordan Grace did well. Kalani Jordan did well. Lola Vice did well. It was a great match. It was an awesome match overall. 16, we have is El Higo del Wagner Jr. versus Dragon Lee versus Ethan Page versus JD McDonough for the AAA Latin American Championship. This match was absolutely madness from the opening bell, and it felt like a true collision of styles and worlds, with 4 elite talents in the ring. There was never a slow moment. Dragon Lee brought blistering speed and jaw-dropping offense. JD McDonough wrestled with his usual sharp edge and unpredictability. Ethan Page leaned into his smarts and physicality, and El Higo del Dr. Wagner Jr. fought like a champion with everything to lose. The early portions were frantic, with alliances breaking almost instantly. Anytime someone built momentum, another competitor cut them off, keeping the title picture wide open. Dragon Lee's high-risk offense had the crowd on their feet, while JD consistently looked for sneaky pin attempts and submissions. Page played the opportunist perfectly, picking her spots and letting others soften each other up before he started striking. As the match went on, intensity only increased. The champion absorbed a ton of punishment, but refused to stay down. This match was awesome. I think they all did a fantastic job. I think Ethan Page, who would be the standout for me? I think the standout's either Dragon Lee or El Higo del Wagner Jr., who's a champion. All of them did well. I'm not going to lie. All of them played their part well and put on a great match. Number 15, we have is Io Sky versus Stephanie Vacquier for the Women's World Championship at WrestlePalooza. This match was a statement from start to finish. Io Sky came in as a confident, battle-tested champion, moving with her usual calm persistence, and looking every bit like someone who believed that she was still in the division. Stephanie Vacquier, though wrestled like a woman on a mission, from the opening moments, you could feel that she wasn't just there to complete. She was there to take the title. The early exchanges were sharp and technical, with both women trying to outsmart each other rather than rush things. Io controlled the pace with her speed and timing, landing crisp strikes and quick counters that kept Vacquier on her toes. Vacquier answered with aggression and intensity, cutting Io whenever she tried to create space and grounding her with stiff offense that slowly wore the champion down. As the match went on, the physicality picked up. Io found her openings with sudden bursts of offense and a near-flawless execution. This match was actually the bloody light of WrestlePalooza, to be honest, because that was a mess. This is by far the match of the night for WrestlePalooza, by a mile, and I just think it was an awesome match. I loved this match, and I think both women worked incredibly well together. I think they had both great chemistry, and just worked well. Number 14, we have is Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria versus Bayley for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. This match felt special from the moment all three women were in the ring. Becky Lynch walked with confidence as a champion who's been through every kind of fight imaginable, while Bayley brought her veteran edge and big match awareness. Lyra Valkyria, though, wrestled like someone determined to prove she belongs on the stage, and that hunger added an extra layer to everything that triple threat structure worked beautifully. Becky played her role of resilience champion, constantly having to survive waves of offense from two very different opponents. Bayley was crafty and opportunist, and always looking to steal a win at perfect moments, while Lyra Valkyria's speed and intensity keep the match moving at a fast pace. Every time the woman seemed to gain control, another immediately cut them off, where it felt like it was where the title was in reach. This match, fantastic. All did a fantastic job. I think Lyra is probably the standout for this match. Becky Lynch and Lyra also had a massive feud going on with this time, and Bayley just got involved. And I think that was a great idea to add Bayley in here, because, Bayley is phenomenal. Well, mostly phenomenal. There could be matches where she's not, but, it was an awesome match. Number 13 for me is Cody Rhodes versus Seth frickin' Rollins for the Men's Crown Jewel Championship at Crown Jewel. This match was a modern-day wrestling masterclass. Cody Rhodes came in with all intensity and pride as a champion. Same with Seth frickin' Rollins, as well as the vision he had. This match was great. I really enjoyed this match. The final stretch of this match was an all-out war. Net falls came in fast and furious, and the pace hitting a fever pitch as both men dug deep into the arsenals. In the end, Rollins capitalized on a critical opening, executing, and devastating finish sequence to claim the Crown Jewel Championship. Yeah, Seth Rollins pinned Cody Rhodes. Was I surprised? No, not really. I thought Seth Rollins was probably going to win this, and he did. I think he did a fantastic job with this, and really put his name more forward, even though he is a main roster and everyone knows him. And I think, it just makes him more dominant winning this and pinning Cody Rhodes, which, it's insane to say, to be honest. But great match. Really enjoyed it. Number 12 we have is Obafemi versus Javon Evans for the NXT Championship at NXT Heatwave. Oh my god, this match. To be honest, I knew this match was going to absolutely kill, but I did not know that it was going to be this good. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars with a 94%. I loved this match. This was an all-out brawl. Both were here to beat the shit out of each other, which was great. And I just loved it. I loved the table moment where Obafemi literally just slammed Javon into a table. That was a sick moment. That was awesome. And it was a great match overall, and I just really enjoyed it. And I think Oba's dominance as champion really proved in this match. And Javon Evans' style, oh my god, he's the future. He is the future. He is the now, is what he says. He is the now. And I just think it was a fantastic match. Number 11 we have is El Higo del Vikingo versus Chad Gable for the AAA Mega Championship. This match, to be honest, I thought it was just going to be good. I didn't expect much from it, but it was fantastic. I think both worked incredibly well together, and I think Chad Gable needs to stay with these Mexican guys, because goddamn, he puts on showings, I swear. And it was great, I'm going to be honest. It was an amazing match. This was at Worlds Collide, and I think it was July, I forgot what month. But it was a great match. I really enjoyed the way these styles clashed, and I think, people need to watch this match. It's definitely a match that I would recommend, because it's a lot of fun, and it's just a blast. Number 10, I am actually surprised this is not higher on the list. We have Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Undisputed Championship, the WWE Championship, and the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. I don't know how that worked, but in a ladder match at Royal Rumble. This ladder match was an instant classic, bleeding brutal spots, high stakes, and emotional storytelling in a way only Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens could deliver. From the very start, the intensity was off the charts. Both men came in knowing what was on the line, not just the undisputed WWE Championship, but pride, legacy, and redemption. The early portion of this match built steadily, with Owens using his brawling high-risk style to gain the edge, while Cody Rhodes relied on smart positioning and offense. The ladder spots came naturally, escalating the danger and tension. Every climb, every swing, and every risk taken made it feel like a championship could change hands at any second. As the match progressed, the physicality ramped up. Both men absorbed incredible punishment, hitting each other with ladders, brawling across the stage, and using the environment to devastating effect. Cody showcased his resilience and ring awareness, surviving sequences that would have ended lesser competitors, while Owens pushed his limits with unrelentless aggression and heart-stopping near finishes. The final stretch was chaotic and emotionally charged. Both men climbed the ladder multiple times, only to be pulled down or countered at the very last second. Every near fall and struggle to the ladder had audiences holding their breath. In the end, Cody Rhodes seized the right moment, executing a perfectly timed counter to secure the titles and retain as champion. This was more than a ladder match. It was a story of determination, strategy, and willpower. Cody retained in this match that elevated both men, provided jaw-dropping moments, and reminded fans why ladder matches remain one of the most thrilling formats in WWE. A Royal Rumble it wasn't even the main event. A Royal Rumble match for the ages. Fantastic match. I can speak on this match many, many times. All I say is watch this. It's phenomenal. Number 9 we have is Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania. The triple threat match was absolutely a masterpiece, a perfect showcase for WrestleMania's grand stage. From the moment the bell rang, the energy in the arena was electric, and the three women delivered a high-octane, emotional charged battle that had the crowd fully invested from start to finish. Io Sky, the reigning champion, brought her trademark precision and resilience, counting every big move and using her speed to stay one step ahead. Bianca Belair, Eva the athletic powerhouse, combined explosive agility with raw strength, hitting incredible high-impact moves that made every near fall feel like a potential title change. Rhea Ripley added sheer dominance and intensity, threatening to end the match with every strike and power move she unleashed. The pacing was flawless. Each woman had a moment to shine, with alliances forming and breaking the chaos of a triple threat match. Bianca's signature flips and athletic feats were met with Ripley's crushing strengths, while Io expertly used timing and ring awareness to neutralize her opponents and stay in the fight. This match was a masterpiece. It was a masterpiece. It was fantastic. It opened WrestleMania Night 2, and what a great way to open the show, to be honest. It was a fantastic match, and I definitely recommend you see it. Number 8 for me we have is Obafemi versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans for the NXT Championship. This triple threat match was nothing short of spectacular, a true NXT main event showdown that combined high stakes, athleticism, and storytelling in every moment. Obafemi came in this as the dominant champion, carrying the weight of the title with confidence, while Trick Williams and Javon Evans brought relentless energy, intensity, and abomination, each determined to dethrone the champion from the opening bell. That pace was frantic. Trick Williams used explosive speed and high-flying offense to create chaos, while Javon Evans relied on sharp strikes, cunning counters, and tactical precision to keep both opponents on edge. Obafemi balanced power and ring awareness, surviving the onslaught with a mix of resilience, timely counters, and hard-hitting offense that showcased why he's NXT's top champion. The EBB and flow of the match was incredible. Alliances formed briefly to target the strongest threat of Obafemi. And this match, it was top-notch. It really shined. I think the top guy in this match, the guy that really showed well, was Javon Evans. This, for me, really showed how good Javon Evans really is. Because I thought, yeah, he's good, but I didn't think he was phenomenal. He is a phenomenal guy. He knows how to win the crowd. Same with all these other guys. Don't get me wrong. Obafemi absolutely killed them. And, yeah, Obafemi won. I would have liked Javon to win it, but I guess you kind of want Oba to, be the dominant champion. I get that. And Trick Williams is always fantastic. And, yeah, I think it was a fantastic match. Number 7 for me is the White Six versus Andrade and Rey Fenix versus DIY versus Fraxium versus Motor City Machine Guns versus the Street Profits and the TLC for the WWE Tag Team Championships at SummerSlam. I forgot if it was night 2 or night 1. I can't remember. This was an absolute spectacle and a highlight of SummerSlam, combining insane athleticism, jaw-dropping stunts, and non-stop chaos. From the moment the first ladder went up, it was clear that this wasn't about winning the WWE Championship. It was about survival, pride, and putting on a show for the fans that would remember for years. Every team brought a unique style to the match. Andrade and Rey Fenix dazzled with high-flying acrobatic moves that had the crowd gasping. DIY showed technical precision and teamwork. Fraxium brought power and aggression and high-flying moves. Motor City Machine Guns delivered lightning-fast sequences, and the Street Profits combined charisma with athletic explosiveness. This match, this was amazing. I really enjoyed this match, I'm not going to lie. This was a fun match. And the reason why I think it was a fun match was because of how hot the tag team division was on SmackDown. And I was glad that they got a match like this. I was so happy that they got a match like this. Yes, we would have wanted one at WrestleMania instead of bloody The New Day versus the War Raiders. Who gives a fuck about that much? But I get it. I mean, I don't get it. I'm still a little bit upset by that. But yeah, it was an amazing match. I really enjoyed this match, and I definitely recommend it. Number 6 for me is Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship at Evolution. This match was an absolute showstopper and one of the most dramatic sequences in recent women's wrestling history. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley started with high-stake, hard-hitting battle. They immediately grabbed the crowd's attention. Sky came in as a resilient champion using speed, technical skill, and ring awareness to stay on one step ahead, while Ripley brought sheer power, intensity, and dominance, trying to overwhelm Sky at every opportunity. The match was a back-and-forth war. Io hit her trademark precision offense and near falls that made the audience believe she might retain, while Ripley's devastating strikes and power moves repeatedly put the championship within reach. The energy in the arena built with every sequence, every near fall, raising the tension and making the stakes feel monumental. Just when the match reached its peak, Naomi's Money in the Bank cash-in added a shocking twist. The timing was perfect, both Sky and Ripley were exhausted and vulnerable, allowing Naomi to capitalize and insert herself into the action with maximum impact. The crowd erupted as Naomi unleashed a combination of speed, athleticism, and opportunism, ultimately hitting her finisher and claiming the Women's World Championship. The drama of the original match was combined with sudden high-stakes cash-in, made this one of the most memorable moments in women's Evolution history. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley delivered a near-perfect contest, but Naomi's opportunistic victory added the perfect layer of surprise and storytelling, creating a moment that will be remembered for years. A flawless 5-star match with a shocking career-defining finish. This match, fantastic. Number 5 for me was CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania Night 1 main event. This triple threat clash at WrestleMania 41 was nothing short of spectacular, delivering high drama, explosive action, and shocking storyline twists that left the crowd in wow. From the opening bell, the match was masterclass in storytelling, and its ring physiologically, I can't even say the word. CM Punk and Roman Reigns brought intensity, experience, and high stakes, each looking to prove dominance, while Seth Rollins played the role of cunning opportunist, ready to strike the perfect moment. The pacing and expectations were flawless. Punk and Reigns had several brutal back-and-forth sequences, trading signature moves, near falls, and counters that had the audience on the edge of their seats. The one thing in this match that really shocked me, the WrestleMania main event, was a combination of athletic excellence, of Paul Heyman turning on Roman Reigns and CM Punk. That was absolutely shocking, and I think it was a perfect way to finish with Seth Rollins winning here. I think it was a great way to go out, and yeah, I think it just really built more into the Seth and CM Punk, and also Seth and Roman and Paul, and yeah, it just worked well there, and I really enjoyed it. Number 4 we have is Gunther versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam Night 1 main event. This match was absolute masterclass, delivering top-tier wrestling drama and a shocking finish that will be remembered as one of the greatest moments in SummerSlam history. Gunther came in as a dominant World Heavyweight Champion, bringing his trademark power, ring generalship, and cold precision, while CM Punk countered with resilient technical mastery and his undeniable fighting spirit. The match itself was intense from bell to bell. Gunther dominated with stiff strikes, mythological pacing, and calculated offense, while CM Punk showcased his veteran savvy, surviving multiple devastating sequences and hitting his signature strikes at just the right moments. Near falls were heart-stopping, and the back-and-forth dynamic has just had the crowd fully invested, believing either man could walk out as champion. Just when Punk seemed poised to finally capture the World Heavyweight Championship, Seth Rollins executed a shocking twist, faking a pre-existing injury in the build-up. What would later be dubbed the Rouge of the Century. He cashed in his Money in the Bank contract, turning the match on its head. The timing was perfect. Both Punk won, and Seth cashed in, bet Punk, and became the World Heavyweight Championship. And this match is a perfect blend of storytelling and in-ring excellence. Gunther looked like an unstoppable force. Punk had a near-perfect performance, and Rollins' opportunities to cash in added a cinematic drama and shock value. A 100% match in every sense. High stakes, brilliant execution, and a finish that stunned the WWE Universe. SummerSlam will be remembered for this unforgettable moment. My number 3 I have is John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship in a street fight. The street fight was an absolute war as a main event for SummerSlam, blending brutal action, storytelling, and shocking twists from start to finish. John Cena came in as a veteran icon and the undisputed WWE champion. And while Cody Rhodes carried the intensity and determination of the challenger, hungry to claim the undisputed WWE championship. From opening moments, the match was chaotic, violent, and thrilling. Weapons brawling and risk-taking defined the pace, with both men pushing each other to the absolute limit. Cena had moments of dominance, delivering his signature moves and near finishes, but Cody's resilience, strategy, and willingness to use the environment gave him multiple opportunities to build the match in his favor. The match reached its climax with shocking twists. Just when it seemed like Cena might rally for the win, Brock Lesnar made an explosive return, attacking Cena with an F5 that left the crowd stunned. The interference allowed Cody Rhodes that happened at the end of the show. Why did I write that? My bad. Cody Rhodes bet Cena. I think I saw that coming quite well. At the end of the show, Brock Lesnar came out and F5'd John Cena. Yes, a lot of people were quite, I don't like this. Brock Lesnar coming back, don't like that. After his lawsuit and that. That's fair. But I kind of liked it, not gonna lie. I kind of liked it. It did have a bad payoff, I'm not gonna lie, with the WrestlePalooza. Yeah, but amazing match overall. Number 2, we have, surprisingly not my number 1. I'm very surprised it's not my number 1. We have is John Cena versus AJ Styles. This match was a true wrestling clinic, Crown Jewel. This match was a true wrestling clinic, bleeding technical mastery, storytelling, and high-impact action that had the crowd fully invested from bell to bell. Both John Cena and AJ Styles brought their A-game, delivered a match that felt like a culmination, I can't say that word, of years of experience and skill. The pacing was flawless. Cena used his signature Brazilian striking at a key moments and absorbing Styles' high-flying and hard-hitting offense. I haven't seen my retirement tour video. This match was phenomenal. No pun intended. I absolutely loved this match. I loved the finishes that they did. Tribute to Bray Wyatt. I don't know who else it did. Bray Wyatt. And they did their own Triple A's. And I forgot what AJ's finish is called. I can't remember exactly. But they did, tributes to all the other wrestlers that they have fought before. Or wrestled before, and I just think it was a fantastic match overall. But my number 1 match of 2025, and still is, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in the unsanctioned match at Elimination Chamber. This unsanctioned match was an absolute war from start to finish, delivering chaos, emotion, and brutal intensity. In true Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn fashion, from the opening bell, it was clear that both men were willing to go extreme lengths, throwing caution and their bodies to the wind in the fight that felt personal, violent, and utterly unforgettable. The match was relentless, chairs, tables, ladders, and every weapon imaginable were used. But what really made this match stand out was the storytelling. Owens and Zayn's long history played out in every move, counter, and strike, making every moment feel meaningful rather than random. The crowd was fully invested, reacting to near falls, high-risk spots, and brutal exchanges that pushed both competitors to their limits. Kevin Owens showcased his toughness and ring awareness, weathering Sami's aggressive offense while delivering devastating counters and high-impact moves of his own. Sami Zayn was fearless, taking insane risks, and on the edge, each near fall raised the tension, making it feel like an outcome could swing either way. Until the very last second in the climax, Owens finally capitalized on a critical opening, delivering a signature sequence that secured the victory in hard-fought, emotional charge contest. The match perfectly blended brutal physicality, storytelling, and spectacle, cementing both men's legacy while giving Kevin Owens the hard-earned win. A flawless 5-star match that fully lived up to the unsanctioned label, violent, intense, and unforgettable, a true highlight of Elimination Chamber. And that is it. Thank you for watching this very long video. I'm sorry that it's quite long. But that is me ranking my top 20 WWE 2025 PLE matches. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel. It'll be a massive help. Thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye.